Have you finished writing your book and now you're staring at your computer wondering, what do I do next? In today's episode, I will walk you through the 5 steps you need to take your book from finished manuscript to published author. Whether you want to self-publish or eventually pursue traditional publishing, these steps will help you avoid costly mistakes and give your book the best chance for success. So, let's go. Welcome to the Minute Mastery Podcast, a conversational productivity and time management podcast where busy authors and entrepreneurs are inspired to create time for what truly matters. I'm your host, Ngozi Edema. I'm a time management coach, writer, and entrepreneur. Here, you are encouraged to turn your minutes into milestones and to create at least 1 hour a day working on your goals without feeling overwhelmed. And since you are here, I thought I'd let you know of a storybook to gift your favorite kids. Once upon a time, and they lived happily ever after. Children love those phrases. I love them too, and I suspect you may love them too. As a mom, I've spent hours reading and listening to my children read their favorite stories, and now I write stories too. Here is one of them you may want to check out. The Proud Sunflower. It is the story of Princess Sanzu, the Sunflower Princess, a princess loved by all, but who got into trouble. Within the pages of The Proud Sunflower, you encounter what real beauty is. Your kid will love the beautiful story and powerful illustrations. The Proud Sunflower serves as a gentle reminder that we all need to stand on the shoulders of others to succeed. So, read this story with your little ones and allow it to illuminate the universal language of empathy, forgiveness, and personal growth. The Proud Sunflower is a top book of parenting, morals, and responsibility, and it's available on the Kindle store and on paperback formats. Excellent for beginner readers. Click in this episode show notes or in the description on YouTube to order yours. And check out my other storybooks to read with your kids, or gift a child a storybook if you do not have kids of your own. In the last 2 weeks, I have been posting a lot about turning story ideas into real books on social media. I am getting several questions in the comment section and the DMs asking, what do I do next? I have already written my story. First of all, if you're one of those who have written your story, congratulations. Most people never get to that level. They talk about writing a book, they dream about writing one, they buy courses about writing a book, but very few people actually finish one. So if you have reached the end of your manuscripts, you are already ahead of most aspiring authors. The problem is that many new authors believe writing the book is the finish line. It isn't. Writing the book is actually the beginning of your publishing journey. I will walk you through the 5 steps you need to take your book from finished manuscript to published author. Step number 1, let your book rest. That may sound weird. You have spent months, even years, writing your book. The last thing you want to hear is to walk away from it. But one of the biggest mistakes authors make is publishing too quickly. When you have worked on the manuscript for a long time, your brain automatically fills in the gap. You are the author, so you think everything is perfect. You read what you meant to write instead of what is actually on the page. That is why I recommend putting your manuscript away for a while, for 1 to 4 weeks. Use that time to do something else. Work on another project, read books in your genre, take a break, spend time with family, then come back with fresh eyes. You would immediately notice flaws, repeated words, plot holes, weak chapters, confusing sections, grammar issues. Your future readers will thank you. Remember, finished is good, polished is better. Step number 2, edit your book properly. Editing is where good books become great books. Many new Authors think spell check equals editing. It doesn't. There are several levels of editing. Number one, developmental editing. This takes your book and look at it as a whole. The editor looks at the big picture. Questions include, does the story make sense? Is the message clear? Are there missing sections? Is the pacing right? I'll tell you something that happened to me recently. My next book is Freddy and the Digital Forest, and I sent it out for editing a few weeks ago. Now, the editor came back with her feedback, and I can't believe that I missed out so many things. I had two characters in that story, and those two characters are supposed to be people my main character should avoid because they are strangers. But I made one character a good character and the other a bad one. But there was no indication why my main character can talk to one and not the other. So my editor made it clear to me that there's something missing, and I'm very thankful for that feedback. Then there's the line editing. This improves sentence flow and readability. There is copy editing. This focuses on grammar, punctuation, spelling, and consistency. Proofreading. This is the one so many people are familiar with. This is the final review before publication. If you have a budget, hire a professional editor. If you don't, recruit beta readers. Ask them, what confused you? At what point did you lose interest? What did you enjoy the most? What would you change? Feedback can be very uncomfortable, I tell you. I have gone through that before, and I know it can be very uncomfortable, but it is beneficial. Feedback saves you time, money, and poor reviews. One piece of feedback can improve your book dramatically. Like I said about my recent encounter with my editor, several things were highlighted that I completely missed. Not because I wasn't smart, but because a fresh pair of eyes can see what we cannot. One more thing, especially for those of you that English is not your first language. I was born and raised in Nigeria. Although I have spoken and written English for many years, I still benefit from good editing. I still benefit from good editing. A good editor is not a sign that you're a bad writer. It's a sign that you're a serious writer and you are very, very committed to producing the best book possible. Even best-selling authors use good editors. An editor can help catch grammar issues, awkward sentences, repeated words, and places where your meaning may not be as clear as intended. Sometimes we know exactly what we want to say, but because we are so familiar with our own story, we don't realize that readers may interpret the meaning differently. Whether English is your first language or not, every author benefits from a fresh pair of professional eyes. Don't see editing as a weakness, see it as part of creating a book your readers will love. Step number 3, create a professional book package. We often hear the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. That sounds amazing, and I wish that were true. The problem is that readers do it every day. They judge your book by its cover. Think about your own behavior when you walk into a bookstore or scroll through Amazon. Before you read a single word in a book, you notice the cover. The cover is often the first thing that makes you stop to pay attention. A great cover tells readers, this book is professional. This book belongs to the genre. This book is worth a closer look. A poor cover can send the opposite message. even when the story inside is excellent. That is why creating a professional book package is so important. What does that include? It includes 3 things. Number 1, a professional cover. Study top-selling books in your category. Notice the colors, the fonts, the illustrations, and overall styles. You don't want to copy them, but you do want your book to look like it belongs on the same shelf. If it is working, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Look at what is already out there and copy what you can see. Number 2, a compelling book description. Your description should quickly answer who this book is for, who is it about, why should readers care. Think of it as your book sales pitch. And finally, your book package should include a strong author bio. Readers love knowing who wrote the book. Share a little about yourself, your experiences, and why you wrote this book. Remember, people buy books from authors they trust. Your cover gets attention, your description creates interest, your bio builds connection. Together, they help turn a browser into a buyer. Step number 4, choose your publishing path. Now, it's time to decide how you want to publish your book. There are 2 primary options: traditional publishing, and here is the pros. You get access to professional team because it's a business that has been built for that purpose. You get wider distribution and industry credibility because they have been in the business for so long. If you go with them, they help give you credibility. The cons about this is slower process, less control, and more competition. You will typically need query letters, book proposals, literary agents. These are gatekeepers. You need to have all of this before you can go through the traditional publishing. It's kind of frustrating that good books get rejected every year. Then there is self-publishing. The pros is faster, high royalty rates, complete control over your work, but it has its own cons too. You are responsible for everything. Many authors today choose self-publishing through Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark. This allows you to reach readers worldwide. My recommendation, if you're a first-time author, is to make sure that your book is on Amazon. Don't get stuck waiting for permission to publish your book. Explore the option that best fits your goals. Step number 5, prepare for your book launch. Many authors spend years writing a book and only minutes marketing it. Your girl here did exactly the same thing and it was a flop. Don't make that mistake. Start building excitement and creating buzz over your book. Start letting people know about your publication dates. You can do that by building an email list, collecting interested readers' email addresses before your launch date. You can do that by sharing your journey on social media. Post updates on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn about what you're writing about. Recruit early readers. Gather reviews before your launch date. Reviews help build trust. And then create a launch plan. Think about your launch date, your promotions, your interviews. Podcast appearances, if you can get into one. Social media content. Publishing the book is not the end. It's the beginning of helping readers discover your book. So if you have finished your manuscript, here is a breakdown on what to do. Step number 1, let it rest. Step number 2, editorially. Step number 3, create a professional book package. Step number 4, choose your publishing path. Step number 5, prepare for your launch. Take these steps one at a time. You do not need to know everything today. You only need to know the next step. And remember, the world doesn't need another unfinished manuscript sitting in a drawer. It needs your story. So keep going. If you're a midlife woman with a children's book idea and you are not sure what your next steps should be, or you are not sure how you can put together all the 5 steps we've mentioned in this episode, I offer a children's book clarity session where we can clarify your idea, your audience, and your publishing path. Leave a comment on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, or connect with me on Instagram and tell me, have you finished your book yet? Or are you still writing it? I would love to hear from you. If this video has helped you, you are welcome. I'm glad that it has done what it's meant to do. Thanks for tuning in to the Minute Mastery Podcast. If you have found this episode helpful, please share it with someone that will find this helpful. Remember to subscribe, check out the links in this episode show notes, and leave us a review. Until next time, you are in control of your time and you've got this.